My racist parents refuse to let me sleep next to my husband. My husband and I are visiting my family. My husband, kids and I were getting ready to go to our room for bed when my parents started acting really awkward, like something was off. I asked them what was wrong and my mom quietly told me that my husband should sleep on the couch in the living room. I was a bit shocked because... Why? Apparently, my dad doesn't feel comfortable. I called her and my dad weird and told my husband to ignore them. We finally put our kids to sleep and are getting ready to sleep when my mom barges into the room while we're changing and says that she doesn't want us in the same room alone in her house. My husband is freaking terrified at this point because he was in the middle of changing, so he leaves for the couch and my mom says she's sorry but she's not in the mood to deal with my dad's complaining all night. I pointed out that my younger sister, 21, and her husband have slept in the same room at their house multiple times and she's never said anything, and she goes, "Well, your husband is white so your dad feels weird. My family and I are South Asian." I was over it, so I said fine. I got up at like 4 a.m. to drink some water and I saw my husband wide awake just lying on the couch. He said the couch was uncomfortable as hell, which, yes it is, so I sat down next to him and we both accidentally fell asleep. I woke up later to my mom freaking out. She was whispering and yelling, so she doesn't wake up my dad, and asked if we were so codependent on each other that we can't spend one night alone. I tried explaining that it was a mistake but she kept calling me disrespectful and said that I was selfish, etc. I was upset but my son called for me so we ended our conversation. Now I'm wondering if I really am the jerk in this situation? My mom says I am because I was being selfish, disrespectful and completely disregarded how difficult her life would have become if my dad found us. My whole thing is that it was an accident. I'm 24, my dad is being weird and my sister's husband doesn't have to do this, so why does mine? I know a lot of this has to do with my husband being white and them being racist/prejudiced. I called my parents weird/strange/awkward because of what they were doing, glaring at each other, swearing at each other under their breaths, randomly going quiet out of nowhere, etc. They do this pretty often and have been doing it for as long as I can remember. So much that my sister and I call it the weird mood. Like, keep an eye out for mom and dad, they're in their weird mood.